Welcome in to another weekly update of Hoosier Sports Night. I'm Matt DeBolt. The Indiana men's basketball team was in action Saturday at Iowa, trying to avoid a letdown after the big victory against the number 2 ranked Wisconsin Badgers. Let's get to the action. Alford before the game, hoping not to get beat for a second straight time by his alma mater. Rod Wilmot started off hot from the field, giving IU the early lead with this three-pointer. Here Wilmot goes again for another three. He had 6 triples on the night for a total of 24 points. But Iowa's got some good players as well, including freshman Tyler Smith, who takes it all the way in from the arc for the two-handed jam. And on to the second half we go. Fight for the ball. Earl Calloway comes up with it, kicks it over to A.J. Ratliff, who drives it to the hole for the two-pointer to put IU up by 1. Here Tyler Smith passes it to Adam Haluska on the wing for a deep two-pointer. But Rod Wilmot, he likes to shoot the three. Here he knocks down another. Tyler Smith, he can play some defense as well as he knocks it away from an unsuspecting Ben Allen, who passes it over to Haluska for the easy layup. Here Mike Henderson misses the shot. Haluska comes up with it in a scrum, passes the ball over to Cyrus Tate, who picks up the bucket and the foul. He'd hit the free throw as well. Here, Kurt Luby and Tyler Smith execute the perfect pick and roll as Luby gets the easy dunk. Wilmot tried to keep IU back in the game with a deep three-pointer, but it just didn't work out as Iowa held on to take down IU 81-75. On Saturday, the men's basketball team will square off against Illinois at 1 o'clock. The Hoosiers will look to defend its January 23rd road loss to the Illini, where IU managed just 43 points and shot just 39% from the field. DJ White was the only Hoosier in double figures for the game, with 12 points and 8 boards. IU currently sits at 3rd place in the Big Ten standings with a 6-3 record, while Illinois is in 5th place at 6-5. This will be the Hoosiers' first of only 2 home games in the month of February. They travel to Purdue and Michigan before heading home to play Minnesota on February 21st. Before the Super Bowl on Sunday, one thing just had to be settled. That's right, the Minnesota-Indiana women's basketball game at Assembly Hall. Down 16 points in the first half, the Hoosiers used a 21-13 run to propel themselves to their first lead of the game at 50-48 midway through the second half. The lead was then passed back and forth between the two teams in what turned out to be a great game. Jamie Brown sealed the win with a layup to put the Hoosiers up 4 in the last 30 seconds. IU wins it 69-65. Just a day after the men's win over Wisconsin, the women's team hosted the Badgers in an attempt to complete the sweep. This matchup wouldn't prove to be as close as the men's game was. The Lady Hoosiers dominated from the opening tip-off, jumping out to a 19-0 lead and not allowing the Badgers to score until 6 minutes into the game. The Hoosiers would go into the half with a 46-20 lead and eventually cruise to an 83-56 blowout victory.
Again, I'll do what I can to help us get the W, and I missed a couple easy ones, but Coach always talks about the shooter bounce after a shot, and it helps you get the offensive rebound for a putback, or if I need to be the passer, that's what I'll do.
At halftime, our kids put on the board what we need to change for the second half. And one thing that they put on the board was the score was 0-0. And that statement was very powerful to me. That statement said to me, we will not change our focus. We will not look at this as it's a big game, or we won't get silly and pretend that we did something already. And the game still had time on the clock, which was 20 minutes. So, no, we didn't change anything.
IU track and field was in action last weekend. Our own Ben Heisler has more from the IU relays.
This year's Indiana Relays provided Hoosier fans with several solid performances in the running and field events. Sophomore Will Glover finished with the second fastest time overall in the 60-meter dash with a time of 6.88 seconds. But even on his own team, there's competition.
Well, we're actually competitors as well. That's what try to make everyone better in practice as well as in the meets. Because you gotta somehow simulate what you're gonna see on the track on a meet day. So we get after it, we work on blocks, we do everything together.
Jake Moylan is a junior sprinter who finished milliseconds behind Glover. He says that with all of the talent on this team, the Hoosiers may turn a few heads this season.
Beyond that, I think we're strong in every aspect: throws, distance, jumps, sprints. So if we go out there and take care of our business, I think we can compete and also win.
With another strong showing at the Indiana Relays, the Hoosiers are in great position to do well at the Tyson Invitational in Arkansas next week. For Hoosier Sports Night, I'm Ben Heisler.
Stay tuned because we'll be back from break with a look at more IU men's basketball action, as well as a look at the IU wrestling team.